What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. My name is UnrealEntGaming, and welcome back to another episode of this week's Fan Mail of the Week. It is the second week of October, everybody, and what a week it has been. For those of you out there who do not watch the AMC channel, I really recommend you guys to do so. The Walking Dead, you have a whole bunch of, Halloween specials, such as John Carpenter's Halloween, Friday the 13th, you have 30 Days of Night showing, Dawn of the Dead. A whole lot of classic horror movies are being shown on TV, guys, including some TV specials such as the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, the South Park Halloween specials, the Family Guy Halloween specials. So I really recommend for you guys to go on ahead and check that out. Of course, we have The Evil Within that just came out. We had Destiny, and of course, we're just kicking off the month. We have WWE at the end of the month, of course, with Call of Duty coming out just about a month away. So a whole bunch of stuff that's happening. The only downside for me is the fact that it is really, really cold outside. It's starting to get really cold, of course. Thanksgiving is coming on in. Halloween is about, 2.5, 3 weeks away, so I really hope you guys are going to be enjoying that as well. So anyways, everybody, enough with the small talk, and before we begin, if you guys haven't already done so, please go on ahead and check out my second channel at UnrealEnt Network. On there, you're going to find a whole bunch of stuff that you guys will not find on here. I really hope that I do not get sick because I woke up feeling kind of funky. So it's just that kind of month. So you guys, I really hope you guys just go on ahead and just bundle up and dress warm, because with all the things I've been reading lately, I've been hearing that we're going to have a very, very bad winter. That's exactly what I've been hearing, and I'm not entirely sure how accurate these weather people are, but if they're telling us that we're going to have a very, very cold and brittle winter, then that just means that we ought to prepare for the worst. I mean, you never know. So anyways, everybody, let's begin with our questions for this week. And before I begin, once again, aside for you guys checking out my second channel, please don't forget to submit your Halloween questions, because Halloween is coming up, so why not just get in the spirit of Halloween? So anyways, everyone, let's begin with our first question of the week, and it is from...
What's going on, Alex? Streamman Broadcast here, and you know that I am your good friend, and I'm going to do some question of the weeks for you. Now, before I ask you this question, I need you to pay very close attention to what I'm about to ask you. This is a very important question. Now, the first question I have is, if there was a woman, a mother of a family, still married, and she wanted to meet you so you guys could, I guess, have sex, and her son knew about this, and he claims he's not going to tell anyone. He wants you to please his mother. Would you still be willing to have sex with the mother? Now, I hope you actually understood that question. You might have to play this back a few times. Anyway, my second question is, in your opinion, what do you feel the game of the year will be? Because I know a lot of people are saying it's probably going to be Destiny or Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, but in your opinion, what do you think game of the year will be? My third question is, what's your favorite time of the year and why? My fourth question is, was there ever a time you felt proud and or have you felt happy that you actually accomplished something that you had never really thought that you would ever get or accomplish, I should say? And my last question is, what do you think could be added to Destiny that could make it more fun than it already is? And thanks for answering my questions of this week. I appreciate it, and I'll be seeing you later.
Well, thank you for the questions, Mr. Brandon, as always. I mean, that was my good friend, 3-Man Broadcast, everybody. If you guys haven't checked them out, I really recommend you guys to go on ahead and check them out at 3-Man Broadcast. Now, to answer your very funky questions, if there was a mother that was married and she wanted to have sex with me, but yet her son knew about it and wouldn't rat me out to everybody else, would I do it? Well, I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but I have like this little man code in my head. It's like, I do not mess with chicks that are married. If she was a single mom, then I would most likely do it. I mean, depending all on the situation. Is she hot? Is she whatever, in this case, she's married, so I would have to say no. I feel like anybody who does that is pretty much intruding into somebody else's personal life, and they're pretty much a homewrecker. So why would I want to be that homewrecker and just enter that woman's life while she's married and knowing that her son knows about it and just do that? So for me, I would have to say no. Although if she was single and if she pretty much was really good looking, then yeah, I mean, I wouldn't see why not. I mean, I don't see how any man can turn that down. But even if she was hot and still married, I wouldn't do it because I feel like that's wrong on her part. I mean, and especially on the son's part. I mean, why would there be a son? Why would there be a guy out there that would encourage his mom to like bang his friends or whatever? That's just horrible. You just don't do that. I mean, there's certain things in life that you just don't do, and there are certain lines in life that you just don't cross. So I wouldn't want to do that. I mean, I'm not sure about you or anybody else, but how would you feel like if your mom was pretty much banging your friends? You know, like that would not be very, very nifty, if you know what I mean. Like that number one, that's total embarrassment. I mean, why would you allow someone to do that, especially amongst your friends or whatnot? So for me, I would have to say absolutely not, especially if she's married. No. Game of the year, to answer your second question. Damn, that's pretty hard. Well, I am enjoying Destiny. I feel like Destiny's pretty cool. Although I feel like there's a lot more that could be added onto the game, which I will get into at the very end. But game of the year, I am not entirely sure. I mean, a lot of people tend to forget about Titanfall. Titanfall was absolutely amazing. If anything, Titanfall might win multiplayer game of the year. But as of right now, I can't really tell you because the other games haven't dropped already. Who knows? It could be, Battlefield Hardline. It could be The Evil Within. But, I think game of the year, honestly, at this point right now would probably be Destiny because, number one, it is the most sold game on the new consoles, of course, because that is the only new game on the new consoles. We have GTA coming out in November for the next-gen consoles. By the way, everybody, I will be getting GTA 5 for the Xbox One. So if you guys want to wreak havoc and just go all out, that is the console to do so for me. So, but Game of the Year, I think, will be Destiny because it has a really cool story. The customizable options are just really great. Online is pretty cool, although I do have a huge problem with online. The Crucible is pretty cool. And for those of you out there who haven't checked out my previous Destiny videos, I really recommend you guys to do so. But as of right now, I think Game of the Year might go towards Destiny because it's a really good game, guys. I mean, for those of you out there who haven't played it, or for those of you out there who pretty much second guess the game is really cool. It's a mixture of, Borderlands, Mass Effect, Call of Duty, and Halo. It does have its flaws, but as of right now, I'm gonna have to say Game of the Year will go towards Destiny. So to answer your third question, favorite time of the year, that's actually very hard because I do have 3 of them. Actually, no, 4 of them. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. I mean, you just can't beat that. I would have to say if I was a kid right now, my favorite time of the year would be Halloween because I would get to dress up and go trick-or-treating and do a whole bunch of stuff and watch all of these, horror specials on TV, which I'm doing right now, which is pretty cool. I mean, I'm a grown dude, 22 years old, and I'm still watching, AMC specials, which is pretty cool. You can't beat the horror classics. You can't beat zombies and werewolves and vampires and serial killers and stuff like that. That's awesome, especially around this time of year. So my favorite time of year right now would either go towards Thanksgiving or New Year's. The reason why I wouldn't say Christmas is because, like I just said, I'm a grown man. When I was a kid, I was looking forward to it because when I was a child, every child expects to get some really cool stuff on Christmas. Presents, Santa Claus, cookies, Christmas specials, and stuff like that. Although now that I'm an adult, like Christmas specials are pretty cool to watch. They bring back a lot of memories. The reason why I would have to say Thanksgiving is because, number one, you get to indulge in food and you get to get with family and friends and just have a good time. Now, I know a lot of people don't celebrate Thanksgiving, and I really don't know how else to describe that, but Thanksgiving to me, I mean, yeah, it does have its horrible roots, but the meaning of the holiday as of right now isn't really to just celebrate anything more than just being with your family and just having a good meal. You know what I mean? Like, some people aren't fortunate enough to do that, and I feel terrible because in this world today, we have enough food and money to supply every single person on this planet, and it really boggles my mind knowing that there's people out there struggling for that. My favorite time of year would either be Thanksgiving, like I said, just eating a lot and being with your family, or New Year's. New Year's, having to go all out party, just do a whole bunch of stuff that you normally wouldn't do. You have off from your job, so you're not able to go into work the next day because you're gonna be so shit faced. And pretty much New Year's is pretty much celebrating a new time of year. Whether it be all the good things that happened to you this year or all the bad things that happened, you're beginning a new year. And I really feel like a lot of people really ought to stick to their New Year's resolutions rather than just being like, oh, okay, well, fuck this, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I would have to say Thanksgiving or New Year's for the simple fact that, like I said, Thanksgiving for your family and food, and New Year's because of the partying and all of these celebrations you get to have, just wrapping up the year. So, and to answer your final question, add-ons to Destiny. Destiny's multiplayer could definitely use a huge add-on. More players, more customizable options for weapons and whatnot. I hate the fact that you get to go in there as your individual level and you have to fight people higher than you, and it's incredibly hard to fight them because you're fucking so much more superior that it's very hard to kill somebody if you're a level 8 battling a level 30, you know what I mean? Like, that's just impossible. They're freaking immune to your attacks and whatnot, so online balancing for me would be really cool because you get to actually participate in an online fight, whereas opposed to if somebody's been playing campaign for like 24 hours a day, whereas opposed to you've been only playing it for like 3 hours a day, they have a much more distinct advantage over you because they have way more XP and whatnot. So also, I think that Destiny should include way more planets. What happened to Jupiter and what happened to Neptune and Pluto and, you know, all these other freaking planets? Like, what happened to Zeta Reticulon or freaking Planet X, Nibiru, or whatever the fuck, you know? Like, add more planets, damn it. I hate going from, you know, Mars to the moon to Earth to freaking, you know, it's just like, come the frick on. I mean, I don't know. It's just like, I feel like if they add more planets for, you know, multiplayer purposes and for, for campaign purposes, I think that would be very great. But as of right now, I mean, those would be the only two things that I would have a problem with because, I mean, let's face it, the game is very, 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 very good. Although, like I said, I feel like it could be better. Like I said, adding more planets and a bigger multiplayer would definitely do good. So, but anyways, 3-man broadcast, thank you for your questions, my friend, and I will be seeing you whenever I'll be seeing you, you son of a whale. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Julio. Hey, Alex, what's up, man? How is your day? My day is very chilly. My room is cold, and I'm hungry. So that's not a good fucking thing to do. Mine is good. Now on for the questions. All right, here we go. Question 1, will you ever play Sly Cooper? Question 2, what would you do if you are in Silent Hill? You are able to bring one friend. Question 3, if Pycon and Piccolo fused and fought Super Saiyan 1 Gotenks, who would win? Question 4, do you think that the God transformation should have been better? Those are all my questions for now. Have a nice day, and P.S. Fuck you, Yamcha! Yes, screw Yamcha. He is the most useless character in Dragon Ball Z history, and if I had the option, I would erase Yamcha from the history books by allowing him to get hit by a super spirit bomb. Anyways, Sly Cooper, to answer your first question, yes, I have actually played Sly Cooper on the PS3 when I had it, of course. Although I lost my data and I lost my videos for Sly Cooper, I am actually contending on going back and playing Sly Cooper when it drops for the PlayStation Now on the PlayStation 4. Sly Cooper was always my favorite, although a lot of people have been telling me you should play Jak and Daxter or Ratchet and Clank. I don't know which one is better, so let me know, guys, right now, what is better, Sly Cooper, Jak and Daxter, or Ratchet and Clank? Let me know, because I understand that all three games are very different. All three games are very fun, but I do not know which one to start with. I might start with Sly Cooper. Although my good friend Paul has been playing all of them, I've been enjoying Sly Cooper the most. So out of those three, I would have to say Sly Cooper. But let me know what you guys would want to see. And now to answer your second question on being in Silent Hill, if I was in Silent Hill, I would definitely bring Justin. You guys already know that. For those of you out there who don't know who Justin is, he is my good friend TKD Rebounds. And I've been doing videos with him for years now. I would bring him just because I would sacrifice his dumb ass. Like, he bringing him along would be like bringing along a freaking broomstick. It'll be useless, but it'll be funny to see, you know. Having to see Justin encounter a demon would be so cool, because Justin is a black belt in Taekwondo, so having to see him fight off a demon would be pretty cool, like having him throw all these back kicks and, you know, side kicks and whatnot, and this demon just grabbing him, just like it'll be really funny to see. But I would definitely bring him because, number one, all jokes aside, he's a very good friend, so I think he would definitely help me. I feel like strategically I would have to assist him because I don't think his strategy would get us through. But having to be in Silent Hill alone, can you imagine being in that place, guys? I mean, in an environment where it's just nothing but fog and emptiness, and you're hearing all these noises within the fog, and you don't know what's really watching you on the other side and whatnot. It's pretty terrifying. So, unlike the movies, of course, you know, the Silent Hill movies I feel like sucked. If you guys saw me play the video game, a PT, playable trailer, which is Silent Hills, you guys would know that Silent Hills will be coming back very, very soon, and that game is going to be amazing. So, speaking of Silent Hill, I just had to say that because Silent Hills was a game that I played, and it was just like, wow, you know, like even the first two Silent Hills were pretty creepy to me. So having to be in Silent Hills, I would definitely bring Justin. If I can't bring Justin, I would have to bring Paul, because Paul seems like the type of kid that would get so shit-faced terrified that it would be very, very funny to watch on a comedical standpoint. Like, I think that Paul would literally try to form a spirit bomb while in Silent Hill rather than try to run away or whatnot. He'd probably be like, wait, Alex, if you give me your energy, I might form a spirit bomb and get us out of this. Like, oh god, no, it's not gonna work. You better get your freaking brown ass with me and get out of here before you get killed by these freaking whatever unknowns they are. So if I had to pick any friend, I would pick Justin and Paul. So to answer your third question, Piccolo and Pycon fused. Oh yeah, they would definitely smash Gotenks without a question. With the mind of Piccolo and the strength of Pycon, there's no way that Gotenks would survive. I mean, number one, Gotenks is a character that pretty much toys around a lot. I feel like Gotenks does not take his fights serious, whereas opposed to Piccolo and Pycon, if they were to fuse, they would literally bring the fight to Gotenks, and I think they would separate Gotenks. Think about that for a second. Piccolo's dangerous. Piccolo's serious. Piccolo's very smart. And Pycon's very aggressive. He's very powerful. So having those two combined, Gotenks would not even stand a chance whatsoever. So even if he was a Super Saiyan 3, I do think he would have a difficult time. I mean, that's how strong I think Pycon and Piccolo would be. And to answer your final question, the God transformation, yes, it could have been better. There are a lot of rumors swirling around that Super Saiyan God 2 might be introduced in the next Dragon Ball Z movie. Of course, I do have all of the updates if you guys want to go on ahead and check those out. I do have them on my channel, guys, along with at UnrealEnt Network. Like I said, guys, if you go to UnrealEnt Network on that channel, I have a whole bunch of stuff that I feel like you guys would truly enjoy because I break down a lot of Dragon Ball Z related stuff along with other things as well. Xenoverse is shaping out to be a great game, and it actually introduced the God of Time and stuff like that. So how cool is that? So in the next Dragon Ball Z movie, I feel like they should definitely capitalize on Super Saiyan God and possibly introduce a new transformation along with other things as well. You know, like the potential for Super Saiyan God is just tremendous. So for them not to capitalize on that, it'll be a failure. So anyways, Mr. Julio, thank you for the questions, my friend, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And now on to the third question, which is from Saiyaman8000. Hey, yo, Alex, coming at you with some questions. Crap, more questions. Question number one. Do you think that they made Oob underpowered in GT? Question two. Do you think the extra 20 minutes in Battle of Gods DVD will show more insight on the next film or any other good information, etc., stuff like that? Question three. Have you heard, watched, or read an anime called One Piece? I think you would like it. It has a lot of action and funny parts in it, so I hope you give it a try. Okay, bye. Well, Mr. Saiyaman, to answer your first question, yes, Oob was very underpowered. I think Oob was a waste in GT. I mean, you guys cannot deny that. If Goku saw Oob as a very credible fighter in the beginning, well, in the beginning of GT, the ending of Dragon Ball Z, then why in the world would they make him underpowered? Oob was supposed to be a very powerful character, probably second to strongest in the entire group. Why would you underpower him? Even when he was fused with Majub, why, like, forming Majin with Majin Buu, excuse me. Why would you make him so underpowered? I mean, you would think he's stronger than a Super Saiyan 3 by far. You know, he fought Baby, and Baby beat the piss out of him. I understand Baby is a lot more powerful than a Super Saiyan 3 as well, but having Ubi joke around like that, he was literally everybody's bitch. He was bitched out by Baby. He was bitched out by Super 17. He was bitched out by Omega Shenron. So why would you have Oob or Majub in the series in the first place? That makes no sense. You're ruining the character. The character is pretty much pointless. Just like Gohan. Gohan was very useless in GT. Having him be the possible first or strongest, character in Dragon Ball Z. Now you're gonna have him like be dead last and stuff like that. So Oob, I believe, was very underpowered. He was very underrated. A lot of people, I believe, overlooked him just because he was a little brown Indian kid who had no money and fought for his family. A lot of people don't like that, to be honest. I mean, a lot of people saw that as, oh, this character sucks, blah, 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 blah. I think Oob should have had his moment of glory, to be honest. I mean, we all feel like every character should have had in GT, so I don't know. Oob definitely deserved more than what he got. To answer your second question, the extra 20 minutes. Well, we got the insights on how they made the movie. We got the insights on their thoughts and whatnot. Sean Schimmel and Chris Sabat did mention a very interesting things on the fact that they at first they didn't really know about dubbing it, but now they're definitely for sure, I guess you could say, more aware of what they're going to do next. Did they really give off new information? No. I feel like the ending of the movie pretty much gave it away. Beerus said that there are other warriors that are being conjured, way more powerful than himself, Whis, and Goku combined. So that just goes to show that Beerus right there just gave it away. 12 other universes, there being other gods, other warriors, stronger than anybody there. I mean, and that's just incredible. So does that mean that the 7th universe is the weakest, the strong? I mean, you never know. The DVD was pretty cool. I really recommend you guys to go on ahead and buy Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods on DVD if you have it. The reason why I say that is because you get to support the series, you get to support the franchise, and look what happened in the last 2.5 years, guys. We made Dragon Ball Z bigger than it ever was before. I mean, look at what's going on. Battle of Z, Xenoverse, Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods, Dragon Ball Z 2015. You have new Dragon Ball Z merchandise and stuff like that. That is incredible. The only thing that we're missing is a freaking TV show. That's the only thing, and that's the thing, guys. We actually will have more insight as the weeks progress because the movie's supposed to drop early next year, so I'm pretty sure the time is running out for them to hold anything back. So I'm pretty sure that in the coming months, especially between now and December, they're going to release more information. But the DVD was incredibly awesome. I mean, if you guys are truly anime fans, you have to get this DVD because it just brings back so many fucking memories. Literally, like you get to go back in time and revisit your early childhood of Dragon Ball Z with modern touches today. So if anything, I can relate Battle of Gods, to Pokemon the first movie. That's how special it was. So in terms of the DVD itself, did they give off any new information? I would have to say no, other than the fact that Beerus pretty much gave it away. And to answer your last question, yes, I've heard of One Piece. I've never watched it. I keep hearing about a lot of different animes, to be honest. One Piece and, Yu Yu Hakusho and Gundam and, a whole bunch of stuff, and Fairy Tail and whatnot. But I just don't have enough time. I mean, I'm barely watching Attack on Titan. I've been trying to catch up on Death Note and whatnot. It's incredibly hard, especially when you have a lot to do in life. Like, I have a lot of things that I need to take care of on a daily basis and whatnot. So for me to have to sit there and watch all that as much as I would want to, I barely have time. Like for the AMC horror special, like sometimes I barely have time to watch that because I have to go to work, I have to go to the gym, I have to go to wrestling practice, I have to wrestle, I have to do a whole bunch of stuff. So it's pretty hard to do that. It's pretty hard to balance everything out. But I mean, if I ever do come across One Piece when I'm free, I'll definitely watch it. I don't see why not. So. But anyways, Mr. 8000, thank you for the questions, and I hope you have a very warm and sunny weekend, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Michael Richard. Hi, Alex. This is my first time writing you a fan mail, and I have a couple of questions for you. So let's start. Question number 1. If you were able to choose a WWE wrestler as your best friend, who would it be? Question 2. would it bother Vegeta if Goku gets killed and could never be brought back to life and everything they've been through all together? Oh, yeah, definitely. Question 3, if you could give an advice to the whole world, what would it be and why? Question 4, what are your thoughts on the latest Naruto Shippuden episodes? Question 5, would you ever want to be the president? Well, that is all for now, Alex. I hope you have a good week and good luck. Thank you, Michael. To answer your first question, if I had to choose a wrestler to be my best friend, it would be John Cena, because number one, not only would he be able to give me bodybuilding advice and be a total goofball, but also he would be helping me put myself, I guess you could say, in the main event. I don't know. I mean, a best friend as a wrestler, I mean, I do have a few right now. But if I had to choose one, I don't know, man. It would probably be like Triple H or somebody like that. I think Triple H, because I feel like he's a very natural, charismatic person, and I feel like we would get along great. I mean, I love working out. I'm sure he does as well. I mean, obviously, along with other correlations on wrestling itself, and probably some of the things on the outside world, like boxing and hip-hop and stuff like that. Probably even video games. Who knows? I mean, who knows? Triple H probably plays Call of Duty. We don't know. But I would have to say Triple H is my best friend, to be honest. I mean, other people would relate to, Kofi Kingston or Dolph Ziggler or, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, whatever the case may be. Mine would have to be Triple H, because I feel like I feel like we would have a good time, and I feel like he's actually a good person overall to be with. So, to answer your second question, if Goku died, I think Vegeta would finally lose his mind. Without Goku to push Vegeta to his very limits, I do believe that Vegeta would be rendered useless, because then why would Vegeta even continue to train anymore? You know what I mean? Why would Vegeta look for a main focus? I mean, aside from Gohan, which Gohan can pose a very credible threat towards Vegeta's pride, I feel like if Goku passed away and was never be able to be brought back, actually, Vegeta would actually just like give up all hope of even surpassing Kakarot. I mean, I do believe that he wouldn't stop training completely, but I think Vegeta would come to the realization that, without Goku to push him, to guide him, to motivate him, and pretty much go that extra mile, Vegeta would be rendered useless, because what's the point of even continuing anymore? Vegeta's main purpose was to be better than Goku, and now that he's gone, how else is he supposed to be better than when he was yesterday? So, without Goku, I think Vegeta would finally, realize like all of this is pointless, because the overall goal here was to be better than Goku, and now that he's gone, the challenge is pretty much over, and now that I am where I am, I'm never gonna be satisfied. So, to answer your third question, if I can give advice to the entire world, what would it be? Holy shit. There's a lot of things I can say. Number one, I would have to say, just always remember your roots. People tend to get very prideful and very greedy, very lustful and very vengeful towards each other. So, I mean, I believe if people were to stop being so self-centered and ego-driven and always thought about themselves, I think the world would be a better place, because if you had a planet that you had a bunch of people inhabited the planet, of course, and everybody was looking out for each other and helping each other, and people were motivating each other to do better, I do believe the planet would be a much better place than what it is now. But if I can give some advice, I would have to say, just help your fellow man. You know what I mean? Like, help each other out. I mean, just guide each other, push each other to be better. I mean, in the end, everybody wants you to do good, but nobody wants you to do better than them. You know what I mean? Like, people want to see you succeed in life, but they don't want to see you become better than them. So, I think that mindset is very greedy, very, very spiteful, and it just doesn't make any sense to me, If I were to help somebody and they were to be better than me, I wouldn't be greedy or whatever. I wouldn't be vengeful. I would just say, you know what? Good for you. You managed to unlock a hidden potential that I wasn't able to unlock, and now you've become a better person. So, I think if the world were to be more calm, cool, and collected, and, pretty much got rid of the self-centered arrogance of, having the importance to be all about you, I think the world would be a much better place, to be honest. So, to answer your fourth question, I can't really answer that because I haven't watched any of the Naruto Shippuden episodes at all, so I can't really give you my opinion on that, because if I do, I'll seem like a hypocrite because I never watched Naruto and I'm still giving you an opinion about it. So, I mean, I never saw it, so I can't really elaborate on that, to be honest, man. And to answer your fifth question, would I ever want to be the president? Absolutely not. I would never want to be the president. There's too much responsibilities, too much political drama going back and forth. So I actually would not want to be a part of that because I feel like if I were the president, if I were to be president, I think that there would be a lot of selling out that I would have to do, to be honest. And I feel like the president of the United States, the president of whatever, wherever there's a president, I feel like he is not the final call. He's not the final say. Because remember, the presidents do have hierarchies above them. But honestly, presidents themselves, I would not want to. I would not want to be one because I feel like, there's just too much to cater to and live up to, and I feel like there's a lot of selling out you have to do to other politicians and corporations and stuff like that. So, to be honest, would I want to run for presidency or ever even consider being president? Absolutely not. So that is definitely out the question. So, but anyways, Mr. Michael, thank you for the questions, brother, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from the Legacy 3000. Hey, Alex, I know you told us we can write you questions for Fan Mail of the Week, so here we go. I got a few questions for you, and if anyone else wants to answer them, that'd be pretty cool too. So let's begin. Question number 1. What if there was a 12-man tag team match in WWE, and these were the teams? Stone Cold, John Cena, Andre the Giant, Shawn Michaels, Goldberg, and Chris Benoit versus The Rock, Randy Orton, Hulk Hogan, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle. Holy shit, all in their prime. Whoa, that is a fucking fight right there. Question 2, who would you want to fight if you had to fight one of these guys? Bruce Lee or Chuck Norris? Oh, shit. Question number, Floyd Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao, Goldberg or Brock Lesnar? Holy shit. Question 3, what if every villain from DBZ and Dragon Ball GT fused as one villain versus Goku and Vegeta as God forms? Question 4, what if God Gogeta fusion with God Vegito and make one big ass God form character versus the forms of Beerus and Whis? Question 5, what are your top 5 favorite WWE finishing moves? Question 6, what are your top 5 WWE theme songs? Those are all my questions, Alex. I hope you have a wonderful week and keep coming with the videos. We love it. Well, thank you, man. To answer your first question, that is a very, very hard fucking question to answer. Damn. On one side, you have Stone Cold, John Cena, Andre the Giant, Shawn Michaels, Goldberg, and Chris Benoit versus The Rock, Randy Orton, Hulk Hogan, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, and Kurt Angle. Holy God. Before I give my answer, if any of you guys are wrestling fans, you tell me in the comment section which team do you think would win and why, and which team would you want to win and why, because for me, I would have to say The Rock, Randy Orton, Hulk Hogan, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, and Kurt Angle would win. I think it would all come down to, like, just a split fucking hair. If this was elimination, I think this would be the greatest match in the history of wrestling, period. Although I would swap out Andre the Giant for The Undertaker. Either way, I think this right here would be like the most epic match in history. Given the fact that you have these teams, a 6-on-6 match, it's just like so immense. And I think the team that I've just selected would win just for the simple fact that, I don't know, it's just, it all boils down to so many strategic things and, gimmick-wise and characters and promos and wrestling ability. It's just very hard. But I think the match would be fucking gold, to be honest with you. I think this kind of a match would be fucking amazing. So yeah, I would have to go with that team. To answer your second question, if I had to choose to fight one of those people, who would I fight? Well, between Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris, I would have to say Chuck Norris because I feel like Bruce Lee would literally hit me so damn fast that I wouldn't even know what the hell hit me in the first place. And plus, he's incredibly strong, so I just feel like Chuck Norris would probably give me a run for my money and probably just lay me out before I can even feel any pain. Between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, I would beat the shit out of Floyd Mayweather. I'm sorry. The guy is so small. The guy has good defense, but we're talking like a fight. We're not talking like a boxing match. So, I have a background in, Taekwondo and a little bit of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and amateur wrestling. So I grab that guy, I slam him, he's done. Of course, in terms of boxing-wise, he might catch me with a few hooks here and there. But, I mean, overall, I think I would rather choose Floyd Mayweather than Manny Pacquiao, because Manny Pacquiao seems like he's an aggressive type person, and he would come at you with all forms of the art of boxing, so I wouldn't want that. And between Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, I would have to say Goldberg, because at least I know Brock Lesnar, would probably kill me, whereas opposed to Goldberg would just probably lay me out and that would be it. Whereas opposed to Brock Lesnar probably eat my fucking head off and stuff like that. I wouldn't want to do that. So to answer your third question, if every villain from GT and Dragon Ball Z fused to fight Goku and Vegeta, I think Goku and Vegeta are going to have a huge run for their money. I think the villains would win, because you have, Omega Shenron, Super 17, Baby, Kid Buu, Cell, Frieza, Raditz, Nappa. You have all these fucking characters combining against god versions of Goku and Vegeta. First of all, that kind of a villain would be very, very powerful to begin with, so I don't think there's any chance of Goku and Vegeta surviving that. Not unless they fuse into Vegito or something. That's the only way I see them winning. But in terms of that, I would have to say the villains, because they would possess ungodly like energy. I mean, the ability to absorb, the ability to drain energy, for like Super 17, regeneration, just power masking. It's incredible. So I think the villains would definitely win. That's just way too much power. Way too much power. To answer your fourth question, God Gogeta and God Vegito fused against Beerus and Whis. I mean, the God fusions would win, absolutely. I mean, what kind of question is that? Whis and Beerus would not stand the chance. You have two God fusions fusing. That's incredible. I mean, the amount of power behind that would be so fucking immense. I don't even think Beerus and Whis can even comprehend that, to be honest. Like, they would be on the back burner of all this, just like, what the hell is going on? He's too strong, but yada yada yada. You know what I mean? So I don't think there's any fucking chance those two would win. So I would have to say the God fusions, just for the simple fact that you're combining godlike powers. Like you're literally combining godlike powers. I mean, that and fusion god powers too. That right there just makes it for one big, just massive, slaughter fest for Beerus and Whis, because I don't think there's any way they would win. So to answer your fifth question, my top 5 WWE finishing moves, I would have to say it would probably be the RKO, well, not in order, but the RKO, Adrian Neville's, I believe, shooting star corkscrew attack. That's just sick. So the RKO, the shooting star corkscrew, the Stone Cold Stunner, the Sweet Chin music, and probably the pedigree. In terms of the music, of course, I mean, my top, well, I don't have a top 5. I just have a whole bunch of songs. For me would be the Shield theme song, the Triple H theme song, the Evolution theme song. I would also have to say the Rock theme song. And if I had to pick one more off the bat, Stone Cold Steve Austin. So, those are always the best for me. I mean, there's a lot of people that would vary. I mean, some people might say Sami Zayn, Kane, stuff like that. But those would have to be mine right off the bat, so. But anyways, Mr. Legacy, thank you for the questions, my friend, and I hope you have a terrific weekend, bro. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Matthew Croft. Alex, can you answer some questions? Sure, man. Question 1, do you think the DBZ movie should be canon? Question 2, do you think Halo is going to continue? Question 3, do you think Akira Toriyama should retire? And question 4, do you think you can make a crossover series with your friends? Question 5, do you like to see the new Dracula movie? Well, Mr. Matthew, to answer your first question, I do believe the Dragon Ball Z movies should be canon, especially the movies like BoJack, Broly, Janemba, and stuff like that. I mean, they have a lot of correlation to the actual main story. Broly having a tie-in with the original early days of the Saiyan race when he got wiped out by Frieza and stuff like that, like the whole origins of Goku and whatnot. So they could have built a series off that, which would have been cool to see, a Broly series. But BoJack as well. BoJack was sealed away by the Kais inside of the Northern Kai's planet because he was just too damn powerful and too damn crazy. So BoJack would have had an amazing series, even if he had other transformations, surpassing his ultimate transformation, which we saw against Gohan. That would have been pretty cool. And Janemba being able to pretty much travel through dimensions and whatnot, just depixelate himself and just go here and there. And he was really, really conniving really fast, you know what I mean? So he was able to pretty much lure Goku into defeat until Gogeta came in. So the Dragon Ball Z movies for me should have been canon from the get-go. But I mean, even Cooler had a very important role, you know what I mean? Having to, avenge his family and his loss against Goku and stuff like that. So stuff like that should have been canon to begin with. I mean, I don't see why they never decided to do that. Some people may argue that it is canon. So to answer your second question, of course Halo is going to continue. You're going to have Halo 5 come out. You're going to have a whole bunch of new Halo stuff come out. The Master Chief Collection dropping in a couple of weeks. That's going to be incredible. So Halo is definitely going to continue. There's no way Halo is going to stop. Not by far. And if you guys want to see more Halo stuff, you might want to go on ahead and check out my second channel, UnrealEnt Network. On there, I'm going to be posting a lot of Halo stuff. So to answer your third question, Akira Toriyama, should he retire? Yes and no. The reason why I say yes is because I feel like his time is pretty much imminent. The guy is getting very, very old, and, you know, he's starting to lose track of what he once did. And I wouldn't want to see my favorite series of all time, get ruined because of one guy's, you know, age-old difference and whatnot. But the reason why I say he shouldn't retire is because he's the guy that pretty much is making Dragon Ball Z relevant right now. Why would you want that guy to be gone, in a sense? You know, if Akira Toriyama leaves, he's going to be replaced by just, you know, I feel like people that wouldn't be able to hold up to his name and stuff like that. So Akira Toriyama makes Dragon Ball Z what it is today. I mean, without him, we wouldn't have what we have today. So I would say keep Akira Toriyama for like another couple of years, 2-3 years, and that's it. I mean, he should pass it on. To answer your fourth question, I don't know what you mean by crossover. If you mean like do more videos and stuff like that, I mean, I would have to say, yeah, sure, I'm down with that. But you have to specify what you mean by crossover, because I don't exactly know what you're talking about here. And to answer your fifth question, I would like to see it, yes. I went to go see, you know, what was it, Maze Runner. Maze Runner has been one of the best movies I've seen this year. Maze Runner was spectacular. I would really recommend you guys to go on ahead and watch Maze Runner, because it told a very, very beautiful story, and it was so fucking, like, just chock-packed full of crazy stuff. It was just absolutely phenomenal. So, but anyways, my friend, thank you for the questions, and I hope you have a wonderful week. And once again, everybody, thank you all for watching. My name is UnrealEntGaming. If you guys are fans, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for all latest news, information, and updates. If you guys enjoyed the video, as always, don't forget to hit it up with a like and a favorite. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. I mean, truly means a lot. Also, don't forget to drop your questions in the comment section below, guys. Halloween is coming up, so I would really like it if you guys were to pretty much give me some Halloween questions. So, but on any given note, guys, make sure you guys also subscribe to my second channel at UnrealEnt Network, and there is a lot more to come. Just, you know, like, I mean, this month is absolutely great. I mean, after this, I'm gonna go on ahead and watch some horror movies. I'm thinking about going back and watching the original Leprechaun movies. But then again, I'm having to debate that with, you know, going to go watch Aliens. So I don't know right now, but all I know is that once this is done, I'm going to go hit the horror scene right now. So anyways, everybody, thank you all for watching. It really means a lot to me. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more, and I'll be seeing you all again in next week's episode. Take it easy, everybody. Peace.